y'all, it's me, Fletch, back at it again with yet another story time. It's got you already know because I'm the baddest. What? The baddest trans bitch on YouTube, and that's the periods, darling. So first and foremost, you guys, hey, I am back, y'all. I was gone for a little second, like just for 2 days, girl, because my nephew had his birthday party on yesterday. So happy birthday to him again. He is 4, my Pygian brother, so that's awesome. Friday I was busy with okay, I'm getting another job, y'all, so I'm gonna be working early in the morning time up until in the afternoon, so my posting schedule may be a little wonky because I'll be working like 12-hour shifts, but girl, I'm trying to get me a car, girl, so when I get a car, girl, we can be outside, bitch. I can start vlogging. Like, what? Come on now. I wasn't sure what story someone wanted to post, y'all, and it's really been a back and forth for the past, like, 2.5 days, and that's another reason why I didn't post, because I had so many stories I wanted to tell, but I was so, like, conflicted on which ones I wanted to tell, because I don't want to tell all my juicy story times yet, y'all. It's crazy. But as y'all can see by the title, I'm going to be telling all the story time about how I met Cameron, because I already used Kevin. I met Cameron. This story time takes place back in 2021. This is right after the shutdown. Everybody was still wearing their masks and things like that. Y'all know I had actually just created a Plenty of Fish account back in 2020, and me and Plenty of Fish was really like going at it, girl. Like we had, I don't know, I can't even put it in words. I don't know if we had beef. I don't know what the hell the problem was, but somehow the problem got sorted out, because I had to create like 5, 10, 15 different accounts, y'all, because they kept taking my account. I had met this boy, like I mentioned before. His name is Cameron. I actually don't want to call him Cameron. We're going to call him Kentrell. And if y'all don't know who Kentrell is none other than who? NBA Youngboy. Now, that's not who I linked with. I wish, but he looked exactly like him. When I say exactly, I mean like carbon copy and paste. The only difference was the skin tone. He was just a bit darker than him and probably a little bit skinnier. Other than that, they looked exactly the same, sounded the same, everything was the same. They might be cousins, girl. I ended up matching with him on Plenty of Fish, y'all, and he gives off very like standoffish, shy, don't really talk too much. He's to himself, very secluded, reclusive, very what's the word I'm looking for, private. I wouldn't say he's DL, just very private. He doesn't like people in his business. I will say he fucked up last year with me, and I don't fuck with him no more. He ended up texting me, "What you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing, chilling in the house, like y'all already know, with the cat, watching TV." He was like, "Okay, well, you know, where are you from?" Of course, all the little introduction about all that shit. I don't really feel like getting into that because it's so boring, like nobody cared. It's August of 2022. It is very fucking hot, y'all. At this time, I was working at this place called Dramatic. I was no longer working at the Horizon Tire place for Clarion, back with my other story time. So I was working back with Al Universal at Dramatic. He asked me, "Is it fine if we link up?" I was like, "Yeah, you know, I'm not doing anything. I'm bored in the house. There's not shit to do. You know, I'm off today. So I'm down for whatever." He was like, "Cool." I said, "Well, what time are you going to be ready?" He was like, he's going to be ready at XYZ 123 amount of time. I said, "Okay." So he said, "Can I send you my address?" I was like, yes. At this time, y'all, I did have a car. I had my dad's truck. So he asked me, "Do I smoke?" I said, "Abso-fucking-lutely, bitch. Are you crazy?" You know, I do my ones and twos in the house, girl. You know, I get myself together, and I jump in the car, girl, and I'm on my merry way to this man's house. Now, I want to say he actually lived in an area that I'm familiar with, so it wasn't hard to get to where he lived. Now, this is what Kentrell looked like. Now, I mentioned he looked like NBA Youngboy, right? But he was dark-skinned, like real slim, but not too slim. Kind of the same build as NBA Youngboy, but like not the exact same build as him. He had like a taper fade type style, kind of like what NBA Youngboy had at first before he got like the twist. But ironically, the next time I saw him, which was the year after that, he had the twist. Girl, when I tell you that man was, oh my gosh, y'all, he was so fucking fine, y'all. Oh my God. He's walking up to the car, girl. You know, he gets into the car, you know, "Hi, how are you? I'm good, how are you?" Blah, 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 blah. So we passing a blunt back and forth in the car. We talking, we smoking, but he doesn't really talk that much. So me, I'm not the type of bitch that's gonna sit up here and be trying to hold a whole conversation with my damn self. Bitch, you hear me talking to you. So I just stopped talking at that point, and I'm just driving on back to the house. Girl, I'm not finna get, like, what? Girl, who? Are you okay? Bitch, this ain't no therapy session, girl. I'm not Dr. Phil. I get on back to the house, girl. I pull up in the driveway, girl. I parks the car. I get out the car, girl. I'm sashaying in my cute little orange A-line skirt up to the door. I open up the door, girl. We walks on in the cold ass air, because I set the air to 68 before I left, just rushes onto our face. I was like, yes, it's about to be a time. So we walk into my room. I close the door like always. And he's like, okay, so what's up? I'm like, you already know what the business is. When I took off my little shirt, he grabbed me by my waist and pulled me towards him. He started sucking on my nipples, girl. Y'all know I love a man that loves to suck on some nipples, girl. His lips felt so soft. Oh, they were so soft. And he had like the, like a, you know how some guys have like this really like moist, soft, like tongue. I don't know how to explain it, but it felt like slimy even. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like he was, oh, I reached down, girl. I started patting on his little piece and whatnot, baby. And I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, girl, the thing was growing, honey. And he had such a beautiful dick. Like, it was so beautiful. Like, it came up like this and kind of curved at the top. But it was like, I love when a man's penis matches his skin. Like, that is probably one of the sexiest things I've ever seen in my life. We started tongue kissing, and he is a great kisser. He didn't have real big, juicy lips, but he had, like, kind of like semi-thin, juicy lips. And we were definitely... I started sucking on his neck, girl. I ain't gonna give him a hickey because he's gonna give me a hickey. I don't need nobody. Where'd you get that hickey from? I ain't got time, girl, because I will whoop your ass. He starts reaching down and starts jacking me off. So I'm like, you know what? I done been here before, like, at least with 3 other people. So I'm used to this at this point. You know, I'm letting loose. I'm relaxing. I'm letting him have at it. Mind you, he's sitting on the bed. I'm sitting in front of him. He proceeds to take my shafts. He gets to sucking the skin off my dick. Like, y'all, that man had a throat on him. I mean, I done grabbed him by his chin. I'm fucking the shit out this man's throat. He's moaning while I'm fucking his throat, girl. Like, slob is all on the side of his face. It's falling on the floor. My balls is getting wet, girl. Like, it's just a moment. He lays back on the bed. I get ready to get down on my knees and do my thing to him. So I'm working him out. We're having a grand ass time. I mean, a grand ass time. I started licking on the gooch and whatnot, baby. He started licking his legs. So you already know what time it is. Me pleasuring a man is probably one of the most sensual things, because a lot of these guys like to be treated like sluts, honestly. If you want to be, like, quite frank, if you put a man in a position to where he has to do what you say, I guarantee you, honey, he's going to be with you forever. Like, I'm telling you, if women would start being more dominant in the bedroom and not being so, I like to do that, I like to do this, girl, y'all will have keepers. Girl, he will wife you so damn fast. Like, y'all just stop being so ashamed to be nasty, but y'all want men to put their thumb in your booty circle while he eating you out or fucking you, bitch. Like, that's weird. I'm enjoying myself, girl. The ass tastes good, girl. He wasn't too thick. He was the right, perfect twink body size, girl. You know how the booty have like a little heart shape, but it's spread perfectly, so it's like you can see like from the crack all the way down to the gooch. So everything was just perfect. So then he asked me, do you have any lube? I look at him like, bitch, what type of question is that? You already know I got some lube, girl. Like, you ain't even gotta ask me that. I'm always ready for the get down, if the get down comes to the get down. You know, I put my little lube on my thumb and I start playing with his hole and whatnot, girl. It's making that nice macaroni in a pot sound. I just stuck my thumb in it, girl, and my thumb got sucked up in there, girl, like a straw. I'm working my lube inside his hole and whatnot, girl. It's loosening up, it's opening up, and I can feel. And then what I do is, like, when I put my thumb inside of a guy's ass, I move my thumb around to kind of see if I feel anything, like any rumps or bumps. If I don't feel any rumps or bumps, I'm good. I feel around to see where the spot is. Once I find that, I press it. He jumps. Good. I know what I'm doing. You know, I grabbed me a condom. Got this lube called, it's called Krail Aesthetics. It's water-based. I like using anything water-based. I don't like silicone because silicone burns. I don't know why, but silicone burns. Now my favorite lube is KY. I love me some KY. He's jacking my dick off, rubbing the lube into the condom, and you know, I'm still playing in his little lower hot pocket and whatnot. I'm just having the time of my life. I'm groping him. If you don't know what groping is, like, girl, come on now. You gotta know what groping is. Y'all, I'm sure guys that are straight know the feeling of rubbing your dick across like a vagina, but it's like I don't know if that's the same feeling you get if you were to rub your dick across an asshole. It just sounded like it was just so wet, y'all. And I know y'all are like, guys can't get wet. Yes, they can. I'm just gonna get a little scientific with y'all. You have natural mucous membranes inside of the lining of your anal cavity, right? So when you use the bathroom back there, that's how poop is able to just, like, you know, when you poop and it like feels like it slides out, it's because that mucous membrane is naturally lubricating the walls of your anus, and that's why you're able to poop. I love me a good old hood nigga, girl. That's got like, don't let nobody fuck him. Cause babe, when I tell you, I started pushing, it felt like somebody slurped. Like it went in so smooth, and then it just gripped it. But it didn't grip it hard, it just gripped it. So girl, you know, I'm like moving slow. You know, I'm not trying to do too much. I'm kind of like, you know, moving my pelvis around. You know, I put it in. It's going in deep. It's like, it hurts. I'm like, okay, you know, I take it out. You know, moving real slow until it gets every inch out. You know, he sits there for a minute. Let him take a breath. I ask him, let me know when you're ready. He's like, okay. The second time is always the best time. When I put it right there, girl, and I pushed in that time, it just slow motion. Everything just went on in. It's moving and moving and moving, girl. And moving and moving and moving and moving, girl. I was tearing him up, honey. I was having this time of my life. I was having so much fun. And he had like these really like deep, low, audible moans, but only you could hear them. And it was just so quiet in that house. And my sister, she was in college at that time. So I was just tearing this man up, girl. I mean, from the front, from the side, from the back. Like, we was in that bedroom, tearing that room up, girl. My sheets were yanked off my bed. We do our little thing, our 1 to 2. We shake it like a salt shaker. And kablooey, girl, we are done for the day. Now, we linked up a couple more times after that, but it was this one time that we had a threesome, or was supposed to have a threesome, and